Hello everyone, this video will cover both Module 15 and 16. This is the end of the semester. I usually open both modules together at the end just so that you have plenty of time to complete them. This class will end on a Thursday, which means you do not have an extra weekend for Module 16. Keep that in mind as you are planning. That's another reason why it is open at the same time as Module 15. So this is the end of the class, but it's also some of the more difficult work that you'll be completing, particularly finishing that cause and effect essay. So let me go over what you should expect. You can see Module 15 is all about finishing the cause and effect essay, and then Module 16 is just the final. So once you get this one submitted, you should have be able to relax a little bit because Module 16 is not going to be as difficult. So for Module 15, you're going to be revising that rough draft. You have worked on this essay throughout the past several modules, so you're working with the same exact essay where you chose something that you like, a decision that you made, and looking at either the causes or effects based on that decision that you made on your life. So it's a personal essay. And you're going to then look in 3 different places for feedback. The first place you're going to look is the rough draft itself, and that one you turn back in Module 13. So make sure that you look there for my feedback. You'll see that you'll have submission details here. You click on that, and then right in the middle will be a view feedback, and then you'll have to expand that DocuViewer. I've showed you that several times in these videos. You expand that DocuViewer so that you can see the comments that I made. You may also have some self-editing comments on your own essay. You'll have a self-edit that you did. So all kinds of stuff that you can look at there. The peer edit assignment is the one that you did with your peers, that you have your essay was traded with other students. Remember, you clicked on their name, you left them feedback, and then you can go in and view the feedback that has been left on your file by going into submission details again in that view feedback button right there in the middle, there's right there, view feedback, and then you'll also have a show rubric that should be filled out. So you have 2 places to look for feedback from your peers if you were able to complete that assignment. The last place that you'll look for feedback is from the writing lab through BrainFuse. Remember, you submitted you had a task in BrainFuse that you should have completed, and look at my screen here. And so you should have been able to do that. The BrainFuse online tutoring is that separate program. You went in, you submitted, you should have gotten a response in your message center within 48 business hours. Since we had the break in between, it may have taken them a little bit longer. So just kind of keep in mind that you should be looking for their response. It's not going to automatically pop up anywhere. You have to go look for it. If you did not use the BrainFuse within the BrainFuse task, and you just send it through BrainFuse, it'll show up in the same place, but you may also have emailed it directly to him, in which case he would have emailed you back. So you'll have to actually look for that feedback. If you're having trouble viewing it, remember, you can always take the file that they sent you back, so the one of your essay with all the letters and numbers in it, download that, upload it into Canvas. You have that that assignment in Module 14. Often when students go into that assignment in Canvas, submission details, view feedback, expand the DocuViewer, they can actually see the response annotations a little bit better. And so that might be an option. So you've taken feedback from all 3 places, and now you're going to write your final draft. The final draft submission spot's right here. Just as a reminder, if you submit the exact same file as your rough draft, there's no changes made. You will only receive half credit for that assignment because we are not doing this for no reason. This is the whole process, going through all of this gathering of feedback and making changes needs to be so that you're improving your writing. And if not, then you're not meeting a core criteria of the class, core outcome of the class. So that's just a reminder. So once you've made all of these changes, you'll submit here. Here's the grading rubric down here. You can kind of look at what you'll be graded on. Double check your essay against the criteria sheet. Remember that you should be choosing a good choice that you've made or a bad choice that you've made. It needs to be 5 full paragraphs long. We're not using any sources or anything for this essay. It's all your personal. What decision did you make? What were some of the reasons why you made it? What are some of the effects that happened as a result of the decision that you made? At least 3 full body paragraphs, and then use of first person because it's about you. So that's the essay assignment itself. Once you have that submitted, that is, like I said, for most students, the hard part of the class. So you be expecting me, it usually takes me a little while to get those graded, but it'll be right at the end of the semester. Then you can move on to Module 16, which is the reflection and review of the class. You have a final grammar review quiz. This quiz just covers the grammar topics and we've had a couple of quizzes over other topics. This is just the grammar quiz. So the challenge with this is they're all together, so you may want to do some review before you actually take this quiz. There's 30 questions. You can take it as many times as you want to, but keep in mind that I'm sure you'll have a lot to do at the end of the semester. It was much better if you just kind of at least go through and skim through those chapters before you try taking it, so that you have a starting point to think about. But that quiz will be something that you need to take, and then you have a final reflection essay here. It is solely to reflect on the semester. Typically, if students get it needs to be at least 3 full paragraphs. So typically about a page, maybe a page and a half. As long as you get everything written and you answer all the questions, and it's legible, so there's no issues with major issues with grammar so that I can't read it, you'll get your full credit for this. I have a grading rubric down here, but I typically only use it if there's something really wrong with it and I just can't read what the student has written. So basically we're reflecting on the entire semester. You can cover the questions in any order, but you're not going to make a bulleted list. You're actually going to write it out as an essay. And so I want you to really be reflecting give yourself space to reflect and develop on your ideas. Basically, you're going to look over the semester. What did you learn that's most useful? Biggest accomplishments, something you would have preferred to do differently. Think about back to, you did a midpoint reflection, you did a beginning semester reflection, you set some goals for the semester. So what have you accomplished? What did you not accomplish? What do you wish you would have done differently? What was your favorite to write? Least favorite? Biggest takeaway, all of that kind of thing. So a big kind of overall reflection. You're welcome to do this at any point within the last 2 weeks of the class. Typically students wait till they're at least done with the cause and effect essay though, and then maybe go over do the quiz at least once, just because it's sort of the order that I think is easiest for students to go in. So if you have any questions, make sure that you send me an email. We are right at the end of the semester, so make sure that you are keeping on track of everything. And then if you don't have any issues, if I don't hear from you, I hope you have a wonderful holiday break and good luck next semester.